friends, Krista here. Thanks for stopping by Books and Jams, and welcome to another weekend reading vlog. I love doing these every other weekend. It's just kind of a fun way to chronicle my life. This is going to be a fun weekend. Right after work today, I am leaving to go to Pennsylvania to my cousin's house just to get out of town for a little bit since I don't have to work on Monday. So I have a little bit extra time. It is currently 10:15 and I'm about to eat some breakfast burrito type of things. It's like a breakfast scramble, but then I throw it in a tortilla with salsa. It's delicious. I've already done a ton of dishes today, and I already read a book today. I read Orbiting Jupiter by Gary D. Schmidt. My patrons have been telling me about this. Shannon, especially, and a couple others have already read it because of her recommendation. And I picked it up from the library yesterday, and I read the whole thing this morning. It's a middle grade. It's very short, and it had me sobbing. I mean, sobbing at the end. I couldn't believe how it ended. It's very sad. There are some trigger warnings. It deals with foster care, a little bit of abuse, but it's just hinted at and not really discussed. But you know that it has happened. And a boy who had been in a juvie type of a place, juvenile detention center, and it kind of hints towards some things that happened to him there. It's a doozy of a book. I don't want to tell you too much about it because it is so short. I feel like anything would be spoilery, but it's by Gary D. Schmidt, who wrote The Wednesday Wars, which I also really liked. I need to read more from him for sure because he's good. He's a good author. Oh man, I'm gonna sit and listen to Dead in Gondola while I work on a puzzle and eat breakfast. Today starts the Mystery MAYhem readathon, and that goes until next Friday. So I might do this as like my first vlog for the readathon, and then a second part of a vlog to do the rest of the readathon. Why not? So the goal of that, I'm on Team Sleuth, and the goal is to just read as much as I can, add points, get points for my team, and find out clues and try to solve the mystery without being discovered by the one team. Let me see. The lassies are the detectives. The sleuths are the private investigators, and I don't know what they're called. The other team is the one who causes problems. The mischief maker. I forget what they're called though. So we're trying to not get detected by them. So we've got to keep our points up so that they don't discover us. Anyways, because what good is a private eye if they get discovered, right? Okay. And then I'm going to go to work in a little bit, in about an hour. So I've got to finish packing and get ready for the day. So I'm going to listen to Dead in Gondola. I'm less than 50% through, so it does count for the readathon, because as long as I'm less than 50%, I can carry over a book. So I will listen to that today. And then I don't know, I didn't make an actual TBR for the readathon because I'm driving a lot today and Monday and around Lancaster when I'm not spending time with my cousin. I'll probably listen to audiobooks. I'll probably bring 1 or 2 books with me. I'm just not sure what those are going to be yet. So we'll see. We get extra points on my team for books with green or nature on the cover. So I'll try to find those. And once I listen to Dead in Gondola, I'm definitely going to try to find the sequel, which I forget what it's called right now, because the sequel is what's actually on my TBR for the month. I forgot that. I thought I was done with my TBR, but I actually have one more. So I'll try to find the sequel. I'm listening to Dead in Gondola on Spotify, so maybe the sequel's on there as well. We'll see. But I'll keep you posted as far as reading plans. But for now, I need to eat this before it gets cold and start listening to Dead in Gondola a little bit more. Okay, bye. I am at the Gardens with the Little Dude, and it started thundering. So the radar looks like we might just get light rain, like misty mist, but when there's thunder, our rule is what?
Go inside.
Go inside. That's the right. When we hear thunder, we get out of town. We get inside as quick as we can. We're skipping the docks, remember? Because we gotta go. Because we heard the thunder rumbling. So I took some pictures of flowers, interesting flowers we were looking for today. We found some pretty cool ones. I'm all packed and ready to go in the car. As soon as work is over, I'm headed to Pennsylvania. Woo woo!
Hey, Krista, they start like this, like little,
clouds are so dark and gray. It's hard to believe that it's just gonna be a mist, but good grief, those clouds are dark. Still a beautiful rose garden though. Well, we totally got caught in the rain, and it's gonna be raining for the next hour. So we're sitting here by the door to go out to the car to see if it slows down a little bit for us to go run, make a mad dash for the car, right?
A mad one?
A mad dash. It just means going real fast because we're already wet from running from outside inside. But now we're gonna get even more wet going out to the car. And I was already planning to just go straight from here, from work to my cousin's, but I'm probably gonna have to go home and change now because I'm not gonna sit in the car for 4 hours all wet. It's not gonna happen. So, yeah. Unexpected rain this afternoon. I wasn't paying very close attention to the weather. I have umbrellas, they're out in the car. Not very helpful or useful right now, are they? Oh well. We made it, mad dash. But can you hear the car? Can you hear the rain?
Yeah.
On my car?
We can go.
Did we land in a big puddle? Both of our sandals got all wet.
And I don't think we can move.
You don't think? Well, I can. I think the car can handle it. It's the car can handle going in the rain, just not you and me.
I think it's gonna be fun.
Oh man. Well, now I'm all wet. Not very fun. I made it to my cousin's, and I'm not really going to talk about anything else right now because we're going to go to bed soon. But I did finish Dead and Gondola in the car, and it was a nice trip. Lots of traffic, but I made it, and now we're going to bed. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Good morning. It is very early on a Saturday. It's like 7:29, but my cousin and I are getting ready to go to a creperie, Rachel's Creperie in Lancaster, that we love and she hasn't been in a really long time. And it's something that we often do when I'm here with her. So we're going to go to the creperie, and then we're going to go to her friend's family farm and pick some strawberries. Fabulous. I'm going to get to bring some fresh strawberries home. I'm a little bit congested this morning. I think it's because I didn't sleep so great last night. So I'm hoping like as the day goes on and get moving around that it clears out. I did take an allergy pill, so hopefully that will help too. I started listening to Last Word to the Wise, but I'm listening on Spotify, and I ran out of Spotify hours because that's where I listened to Dead and Gondola as well. And Spotify only gives you a certain amount of audiobook hours. So that I have to wait 5 more days to finish before that comes back because I couldn't find that one other places. So instead I switched and started listening to The Matchmaker's Gift by Linda Cohen Loigman. I have this checked out from the library, and it's on my anticipated reads list, possibly on my NetGalley as well. And it has a green cover, which is perfect for my Team Sleuths. Will get me some extra points if I finish that one. And I'm really liking it so far. Well, we follow a young Jewish girl. We kind of go jump around a little bit in her life. We see her when she's a kid and her parents get divorced, because that gives us a clue as to why she became a divorce lawyer growing up. But she has this ability to see a visible, like to her, a visible thread, golden thread between soulmates. And her grandmother had this matchmaking gift, and now she has it. She matched her sister, and so far that's it for her. But then we're getting the grandmother's journals, because the grandmother passes away early on in the book. We're getting her journals of her story of becoming a matchmaker. So it's kind of fun, like romancy, but not like rom-com-y. Family drama in there. The dad is kind of a jerk, womanizer, not taking care of the mom or the girls when they were young, like just awful guy. And now she's a divorce lawyer, so she's a little bit jaded, sees a lot in her business, works hard. Yeah, so I'm enjoying that. The Last Word to the Wise and Dead and Gondola are just okay for me. Like, cozy mysteries set in this ski resort kind of town. Up, they have to take a gondola to get up to the little hamlet. But up there's some shops and everything for skiers. And we follow the Christie sisters who run a bookshop that's like 5 generations in their family, a mystery focused bookshop. And these girls are often involved, whether they want to be or not, in some crimes. They witness, I should say. They're not involved. They witness crimes and then they get themselves involved in helping to solve it, which puts them in position to be involved, like to witness other situations too. So it's just almost a comedy of errors, but I love the sister relationship and it's just kind of a lighthearted mystery. So I enjoyed Den and Gondola, but it was just a 3-star read for me. But sometimes 3-star is I loved it, and sometimes 3-star is it wasn't so great. So yeah, this one it's enjoyable. It was fun, but I'm probably not going to remember it, read it again, or buy it for my shelves. Like I have a copy of Den and Gondola. I'm going to get rid of it. It's probably going to go in my Pango shop because it's not one that I need to keep on my shelves. But okay, I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit of commenting and comments answered and work a little bit on my computer while Beth is getting ready. I'm all ready. Other than this eye situation, I hope it clears right up. Yeah, but I'm ready, even though I have wet hair, but decided to keep it curly today because it's easy. We're going to get a pedicure later, probably take a nap at some point. She works so hard. My cousin is a high school principal and it's a lot of work, my word. So hopefully I don't want to be a distraction from her getting some rest this weekend and getting some stuff done. So thankfully I always have stuff to do and I brought lots of books with me. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. There it is, Rachel's. That's pretty. It's nice and bright. Getting some strawberries. We are putting together a cover for blueberry plants. See those 6 little blueberry plants? We're making a humongo pole thing for them. We did it. It's a video. It's a video. You can cheer. I can't believe it. Like, from where we started to where we came. Guys, we did it. All for those precious little 9-10 blueberry bushes. Pedicure time. Going to my favorite little Amish store. I try not to do video inside too much because they're really private like that. So it used to be in that little brown stand right there. Now they have a store back here. It's more popular. Look at all the people. All right, here's my haul from the Amish store. I got sour cream and onion potato chips, delicious. 2 whoopie pies, one for me and my cousin, 2 homemade root beers. Old Heritage they have their own labels now. They didn't used to be labels on these bottles. I kind of liked it without the labels, but hopefully that'll come out easy. And then I couldn't resist this rhubarb jam, homemade rhubarb jam for $3.50. What? Delicious. I'm so excited. It's my nice little haul. Hey, good morning. Happy Sunday. I should have messaged earlier because Beth left to go to her church and I'm going to my old church from when I lived here. So I had a little time when I was at her house, but I was listening to The Matchmaker's Gift and I finished it this morning. So I thought I was going to be a little bit late, but it was actually perfect timing. I'll tell you about the book later because I need to get inside because I'm sure there will be people to say hi to. I'm very excited. It's been a really long time since I've been here. So I know that there will be a lot of people that I don't know, but there will be a few and it'll be fun to surprise them. My friend Sherry knows I'm coming because I'm going out to lunch with her and her husband and hopefully some of the boys afterwards, but they're all kind of grown now and do their own thing. So who knows if they'll join in. But yeah, headed into church and I'll catch you up on the book later. This afternoon, my cousin's having a cookout at her house. So I'll be helping with that and enjoying getting to know some friends from her small group. And yeah, and then I think we're just going to relax this evening. I don't think we have any plans for tonight. The small group people might stay for a while, so. And then I think we're going to go for a walk tomorrow, provided it's not raining. Potentially it's going to be a miserable day. And then hopefully I will get on the road around lunchtime or right after lunch. So, yep, here we go. Headed to church. All right, I am just getting back to my cousin's house from church and lunch out with my friend and some of her boys. I love them so much. Oh, it's always so good to reconnect with them. Sometimes I stay, when I come up to Lancaster, sometimes I stay with my cousin and sometimes I stay with them. This time I was staying with my cousin because they had lots of things going on this weekend and because I wanted to see my cousin. But it was just really, really nice to be at my old church today. It's a much smaller church than what I go to right now. And there are so many new people, but there's the handful of people that were there 13 years ago. I moved away from Lancaster 13 years ago. I've been gone for that long. And so some of the little kids are now grown and out and not even there, but some of the old guard, I called them today. It's just really lovely to kind of surprise them. And my hug bucket is totally filled up. Totally. I love them so much. So it was really good to be there today. And now I'm going to go inside because we're having a cookout. I'm full because I just went to Moe's. Welcome to Moe's with Sherry and the boys. So I'm not ready to eat anything, but I might lay down and take a quick nap before too many people come. Although it's supposed to start in like 10 minutes. I don't know if her friends are on time people. It's a cookout and usually that's not like everybody needs to be here at 2:00. So we'll see if I have time for a quick little snooze, quick little nap. I did say that I would tell you about the matchmaker's gift. I really enjoyed it. It's about this woman and her grandmother. And so we got two storylines. The woman that we follow, I never know anybody's name. She is a divorce attorney, not very happy at her job, but is good at being a lawyer and also occasionally feels like she just has an intuitive sense about some people. So she's not like full on matchmaker mode, but she just she's a very intuitive person. And she knows her grandmother grew up has been a matchmaker her whole life. And has grown up hearing all of these stories about her grandmother and loving love and finding all of these matches of people who are just meant to be together. She gets boxes of her grandma's journals, old journals that are kind of like a walk down memory lane of all of the different people that the grandma had a part in matching them up. And we also get to go kind of back in time and hear the grandma's story. Matchmakers were a thing in Jewish culture. All of the matchmakers were these old men, and they were not very happy about this young little whippersnapper coming in and stealing their business, so they said. So we kind of got the grandma's story as well. So it's like a bit of a family drama with a huge emphasis on true love and the story about this woman and her grandmother and the similarities in their character and in their abilities, if you will. It was just really a lovely story. I really enjoyed it. I think I'll give it 4 stars. I don't know that it's one that I will remember. It's not necessarily an all-time favorite, but it was really a wonderful story. So I enjoyed that. I think I'm going to switch to something a little more thrillery / intense. I found The Mother-in-Law by Sally Hepworth on Libby. So I'm going to start listening to that a little later. I did start it just for a few minutes, but my mind was on trying to remember if I could get back to Beth's house without using my GPS. And I did it. But I was focusing on that and not necessarily the beginning of the book. So I'll have to start that again at some point, maybe tonight or right before bed. I got a lot of listening done last night when I was painting my nails after we had gone to bed. So I'm going to go inside and see if she needs help with anything else, or if I can go hide upstairs for a half hour and close my eyes for a bit. We'll see. All right. But I loved this morning. It did my heart good. I will check in with you all later. Bye. Oh, nice. It's Monday and it's travel day. I'm going to be headed out in a little while, but just went for a walk in this nice little area with some fountains. Just nice little 2-mile walk, and then we went out to breakfast with another friend of Beth's. And yeah, it was a nice little morning. Now we're probably going to go have a nap before I drive home. I'll probably work on some stuff a little bit, rest for a little bit, hopefully get on the road around noon, head home. Not so fun, but it's okay. Well, my friends, it is Monday night and I need to get working on this video. I am home, clearly back at my house. It was a wonderful, wonderful weekend away. I really needed a little break. I needed a change of scenery, and I love hanging out with my cousin any chance that I can get. So that was really a good weekend for me. I'm just going to kind of wrap up the books that I read this weekend, because I feel like I haven't been particularly chatty in this vlog, so I'm gonna wrap everything up for you. So first of all, on Friday morning I read Orbiting Jupiter by Gary D. Schmidt. It's a pretty short middle grade with like wide margins and double spacing, so it was a pretty quick read. I read it all on Friday morning. This is about a family who takes in a young teenage, like middle school age foster child, I think he's 14, and learns a little bit about his past, how he's been in juvenile detention center, and he has a daughter that he's never met named Jupiter. So it's about this boy, Joseph, coming to live with Jack and his family, that the family has a teenage boy as well, and kind of their blossoming friendship. And as Joseph starts to open up a little bit more, we get to learn a little bit about what happened to him. And we see some teachers being super kind and recognizing that Joseph is really smart and just needs a challenge and stuff. And then we see other teachers, including the dumb vice principal, being dumb and callous and stereotyping Joseph without even really getting to know him at all. So a little bit of bullying in the school, and then an ending that packs a punch that makes me sob. It was fantastic. 5 stars. Then I was just under halfway through, so I finished Dead in Gondola as I was driving up to Pennsylvania, and this was fine. A cutesy kind of almost cozy mystery, I suppose. I don't know technically what makes a cozy a cozy. I'd have to look that up. But we follow these 2 sisters who run their family, generations old family bookshop in this little hamlet on a mountain resort, at a mountain resort. Strange guy showed up at their bookshop. They see him going to get on a gondola, and they're going to kind of go ask him a question or something to try to figure out a little bit more about who he is and why is he there. When they get to the bottom of the mountain, turns out that the guy that just ran into the gondola at the top of the mountain is dead. So how did he die? Who killed him? Was it a homicide, or did something happen? Like, what happened? So it kicks off this murder mystery, and the girls get themselves involved with it. And we do get to meet some of the other characters, the people who live in the town, both up the mountain and down. And it's just fine. It was cute. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to remember it too much after too long, but I did enjoy it while reading it. So it's like 3.5 for me, I would say. And then I did start the next one, Last Word to the Wise, which is on one of my NetGalley books. And I just have to wait a few more days to finish the next one on Spotify, because you only get a limited amount of hours on Spotify to listen. So I'm about maybe 30 or 40% into the next one. Have to just wait to finish that. Then while I was at my cousin's, I started and finished The Matchmaker's Gift by Linda Cohen Loigman. This is one that I do have checked out from the library. I am participating in Mysteries and Mayhem. this week, and my team is the sleuths. And if we have a book that's green and has nature on the cover, we get extra points for both of those two things. So this book gave me some good points. These books didn't give me very many points at all. Actually, Orbiting Jupiter is not even enough pages to count for the points for the page count, but that's okay. This one is historical fiction, women's fiction, family drama. We follow two women, and we kind of go back and forth between two timelines between this grandmother and the granddaughter. The grandmother made a living as a matchmaker, but we kind of get the story of how that started, because it didn't start out very easily for her, and it started when she was very young, and she kind of had to do it secretively for a little while without really letting anybody know. But she had this almost magical ability. She would see a golden thread connecting two people when they were a true love match or whatever. The granddaughter didn't have maybe a magical ability, but she was very intuitive and also could just kind of tell when two people were meant to be together, but she didn't make the connection of the matchmaker for a while. So it's a little bit of a mixture, a little bit of magical realism, but mostly a lot focused on love and family in this bit of historical. I forget when it takes place. 1910 is the grandma's time period, and then 2 generations later, so maybe the 80s, I want to say. I forget. It was like not into the 2000s yet, but 1910 was the past storyline. So there is a bit of historical, a bit of family drama, a bit of just focusing on love, and a little bit of romance, but not at all like, it's not a rom-com by any means. So I just thought this was really lovely. I'm giving it 4 stars. I really enjoyed reading this. This is my 3rd book by Linda Cohen-Loigman, and I've enjoyed all of them, some more than others. I think this might have been my favorite, and then The Wartime Sisters would be next, and then Two Family House would be the least favorite of the 3 that I've read. But yeah, I liked this one the best of hers, but I've enjoyed the other two as well. And then on the way home, I did start The Mother-in-Law by Sally Hepworth, and I'm about 45% through this one. This is another kind of family drama, kind of murder mystery, not murder, yeah, it kind of turns into a murder mystery, but there's a lot of secrets and hidden aspects of these people's lives. So we follow this family. Lucy gets married to her husband, Oliver. The mother-in-law is Ollie's mom. And she's not a very lovey-dovey character at all, but she does love her family, and she thinks she's helping them by some of the choices that she makes, but it ends up not helping them. There's a lot of secrets in this family drama. It's not scary or intense or thrillery by any means. It's just this mystery of what happened to the mother-in-law, who was involved. And it does say here, everyone in this family is hiding something. So I'm at a point now where I'm starting to get some reveals of different people in the family and what is it that they're actually hiding. I'm really enjoying it. Sally Hepworth is really good at weaving an interesting tale. So I'm reading that one next. And it's kind of fun because once I get access to Last Word to the Wise, that's technically the last book on my TBR for the month. Other than that, I've completed everything. It was a great reading weekend. It was a great getaway weekend. And that's going to be it for me today. I'm going to wrap this up. I'm working on unpacking and getting things ready for the week. And I'm also charging up Jordan's car because my cousin's kid is going to buy it. Not the cousin I just saw, a different cousin who lives in Virginia here with me as well. They're coming over tomorrow night to pick up the car. So I'm very excited to sell that, but it's dead. So I'm charging it right now. Hopefully it'll get charged enough tonight so that I can take it out and like drive it around for 15-20 minutes. And then I'll have to check it again tomorrow and see. Hopefully to get in for an oil change just at Walmart or whatever. Hopefully. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Interesting times, but things got to get done. Okay. So I'm wrapping this up. I'll chat with you down in the comments, and I look forward to talking with you in another video very soon. Bye.